That's right. That's right. We are now live and on time too, which is good to be live and on time because if you're late, you owe everyone $3 off. But the show's free, so I don't think that works that way. Man, oh well. Try to get you guys some money. Didn't work. Um, it never works. Never works. It is Tuesday night, folks. You know what that means. That means it's Indie Vote live wire time. We got a great panel here for you tonight. We're going to talk about comics. We're going to talk about the industry. We're going to talk about these folks' comics. Everyone here, we're going to talk about their comics, what they're doing. We're going to have some fun. And most importantly, we are going to try to leave this industry a better place than we found it this morning when we woke up. Which is what we strive to do here at Indie Vault. We try anyway. It doesn't always work. Randy, I'm going to roll the intro.
You're going to roll the intro.
I am. And then we are going to get into the show introductions. We got a packed show. You gentlemen will introduce yourselves, and lady will introduce yourselves. And then we'll get into it. Here we go.
Hang on.
The following program contains violence, disturbing imagery, nudity, and, oh my God, why are you even watching this? Just run away. This shit is going to give you nightmares. For real. The program is rated TV MA NSFW OMFG GAF TTV BYGAS. Why are you still here? Seriously, don't watch this. We can't warn you strongly enough. Do you need a doctor of some kind? What is the matter with you?
The difference is near. It's a revolt the masses will hear. If they vote, let the people hear. It's the revolt. The blood starts here.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. It is time for Indie Vote Live Wire. I am the founder of Indie Vote Media LLC. That's right, that's me, Varian Grant. Here one of my dogs in the back barking. I'm going to find out what that's about. Indie Vote Media LLC, creator, founder, all that good stuff. Varian Grant. Been making comics, producing comics, publishing them, doing all that good stuff. We're nothing taxpayer since 2008. And this Indie Vote Live Wire, I am joined, as always, by the beautiful Indie Princess. Hello, Lola. How are you today?
Sorry, I was tweeting. I am good. I am Lola, your Indie Princess, and I am the EIC over at IndieVolt.com, and I am the creator and writer of Lore, which is now in demand on Indiegogo, and I still got that live stream special up, guys, so go check that out.
Hey, everybody, I'm Randy Zimmerman. I'm a longtime alternative and independent comics producer, creator, everything herb. Been doing this for decades, and I've done just about everything in this business you could imagine, including running shows for a decade and retailing for a long, long time, and all of that. And now I'm part of the Indie Volt Radio Network, and I'm also working very hard to bring back Airith Comics 4.0, which is a publishing company I've been involved with since the mid-'80s, an alternative publisher that we are going to be bringing back starting in August, doing 4 titles a month available for the retailers. So for more information on that, look up Airith Comics 4.0 on all of those all the major social platforms, and look at the products that we're doing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, I just finished a Indiegogo campaign for the Indie Volt Revolt book, so which is officially at the printers. I took it there yesterday, and I can't wait to get that book in your hands. So anybody that backed it, it's going to be incredibly limited, and it's going to be a great thick book. It'll be a lot of fun. So also joining us tonight is Dreaded Dinosaur, Eric.
What's up, everyone? Hey, Eric Hodson here, Dreaded Dinosaur Man. Creative Dreaded Dinosaur Man on Webtoon and Tapas. Resident weeb here at Indie Volt Studios. And creator of Roddy Piper, Kilted Avenger, which is over here, right there, which you can get at ProWrestlingTees.com. Yeah, and just happy to be here and ready for a wonderful night. We're going to check out some awesome crowdfunding comic books from these guys over here, starting with the creator. I'll get this sometime. This guy.
Knuckles over here.
It's always the opposite of what you think.
Yeah. we should have practiced that before.
There's no rehearsal here. There's no green room. We say there's a green room, but there really isn't. It's a professional outfit.
Got it.
We is professional. Creator, introduce yourself.
Oh, it's on to me. I thought it was going to be
It's on
someone
you.
else. Sorry about that. My name is Brian. I'm the creator of Airith. Nobody special. I'm just a Asperger's dyslexic creative guy trying to get a comic book out, and I hope to share it with you guys tonight and see what you think.
Cool. Also joining us is Mr. Charles Santino.
How you
Charles,
doing?
Good. Charles, introduce yourself.
Yeah, creator of Rammur, Rammur, currently on Indiegogo. I've been around since the mid to late 80s, started out with Conan with Marvel, bunch of other stuff, now completely indie. And Rammur is on Indiegogo right now. We got 14 more days, 150% approximately of goal. So if you want to get over there and check out Rammur, he is a master thief in a future police state and loaded to the gills with testosterone.
Awesome. Also joining us tonight is the Moral Compass, Mark Poulton. Mark, introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm a 15-year veteran of the industry. I've written for DC Comics, Image Comics. I currently write and self-publish my own books, Graveyard Shift, Sea Dog, U.S. Assassin, and currently Viking Wolf.
Oh, I thought your name was familiar.
Mark is all over the place.
I guess. All right. Varian, you doing okay?
Yeah. My dogs were having a fit because my neighbors were acting like idiots. See, my neighbors, they wait till 9 o'clock. They know that I'm busy. They're like, hey, I think he's sitting at his computer. Let's make all the noise, all of it, just noise. And then my dogs go crazy. So it's fine. They're comfortable now. Yeah. So yeah,
we do want to point out that the shoe cam is active. Brought to us by IndieCron.
yeah, that's true. It's back.
Thank
Back.
you.
LA Lakers colors tonight. Yeah, the crown's back.
And the crown is back.
Yeah.
Everything is back.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen this called a crown many times, but it's actually a tiara. I mean that's just as cool.
You know, I don't think she wanted a crown. I talked to her about getting an actual crown, but she was like, no. I'll keep my tiaras. Now she's got a lot of tiaras.
Charles, I just want to point out, you don't want to make her mad. She has control over the board.
All right.
I was just trying to compliment the tiara.
Guys, thank you for being here tonight. So if you never watched Indie Vote, one of the things we do is we go through our questions of the night. All right, questions we've been emailed, and we pull out some of the best ones, and Randy reads them. And
hey, Rocky, watch me pull a letter out of my head.
And we either have deep intellectual conversations about them, or we make fun of them. And
usually the latter.
Relentless harassment. Well,
Yeah.
it all depends upon the sincerity of the letter. Some people troll us on purpose just for the harassment.
Yeah.
We know they do. We know you do. We know you do.
We know what you're doing.
We know what you're doing. You don't fool us at all, North Carolina.
So here we go. Randy, read that question for me, sir.
No, okay.
It's not even a
Dano,
question. It's not even a question.
Dano, thanks for writing in. I am starting to find a lot of indie comics are just rehash material that I can find in the mainstream. Basic bullshit. By the way, we are TVMA DLSV. Netflix fodder for mass consumption. Cosplaying is independent and thusly well-written and passionately... What? Cosplaying as independent and thusly well-written and passionately put together. A sad state of affairs indeed. Did I read that sentence right?
Yeah.
Don't ask for dyslexic guy.
Inflicts fodder for mass consumption, cosplaying, as well as independent and thusly well written. And I think he complimented us. A sad state of affairs indeed. I blame crowdfunding for allowing talentless hacks an easy entry point into our beloved creative hobby. Dano.
That's kind of cool.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Well, for me,
Uh-oh.
comics is not a hobby; it's a job.
You're muted.
Hit your mic, though.
Comics is not a hobby; it's a job. I work very hard every day.
Yeah.
There we go.
See that?
I think the whole premise of this answer of this I don't know, it's a question, I guess, a statement of opinion, but so I guess if it's independent, if it's an independent book, a true independent book, it's thusly well written. That was a compliment that he's just trying to sneak in here. I've read a lot of really independent material that is also really suck, so that's probably not a broad brush to be painting with. But you know what? We have this wonderful thing called the free market, and if crowdfunding is a vehicle for people to put out, their this is just like X-Men shit, and then their original idea stuff. The free market decides if it's good or not. It's not up to Dano here. This is just this is his opinion, sad as it is. But let's you go crowdfund your book. It doesn't make it. Maybe your message was bad. Maybe you didn't get your comic out in front of enough eyeballs, or maybe it's just crap. But there's people who are doing very well. One of our esteemed guests tonight has multiple successes under his belt, and it's because he puts out a good product, and the free market likes that.
Sounds like Dano had a couple of failed campaigns, is what it sounds like.
Got a little bit of butthurt there.
You never know.
That's true. He could be a failed creator, but I think also, I mean, I've often said that I think sometimes crowdfunding takes the fear out of putting together a good project because I'm not playing with my money. It's not my money. It's not like I've never used crowdfunding until very recently, and it's still not my project. It was just helping Lola. So. It's like, well, it takes some of the fear out of, okay, am I putting together, this is my money on the line. It's all mine. So this has to sell. I do think some people abuse crowdfunding, but I mean, like Eric said, it's a free market. If they don't want to buy it, or if they buy it once and it's crap, trust me, they won't be back for a second time. I know a creator right now who came on this show week after week and said, oh no, my book is gonna be great. I'm putting out a good book. I'm gonna be shipping in Gemini mailers. It's gonna be great. And the book came out. Not only was the book hot garbage, but he stuck it in a padded bubble mailer and sent it out to people, like with one piece of flimsy cardboard in a bag. Not even like, he didn't even buy comic book backing boards. He bought some type of, I don't know what that was he bought. But he stuck it in the bag, and everyone's books came to them ruined. And rather than man up, he just kind of just ignored them all, blocked them on Facebook, called them haters. When we held him to task here and said, hey, you need to replace those books or give them their money back, he said we were giving him the Streisand effect. That's what it was. And
whatever that is.
Yeah, well, what apparently I thought the Streisand effect was we made you more popular. We did not do that. In fact, his last campaign failed horribly. So yeah, people will figure out who you are and what you're doing, and they won't come back.
Yep.
Dano, that's what happens. They won't come back if people put together, BS stuff they can find in the mainstream. If you're, hey, I want to write Wolverine, but I can't write Wolverine, so I want to make a character called the Badger and make him just like Wolverine. Well, then people are going to realize what you're doing, and unless it's really entertaining and well drawn, usually they're going to stop buying it because they can find that over at Marvel.
And that will get you a cease and desist from Mike Barron too.
Yeah. The Badger. The Honey Badger. Honey Badger don't give a shit.
Honey Badger?
Anyone else want to say anything to Dan over here?
Yeah, I will. I
Yeah,
feel
go
like I feel like I'm actually more cautious that it's other people's money. Like if I lose my own money, then that's fine. That's on me. But if these people who have trusted me and put their money into because they believe in me and my product, I'm ultra cautious with that. And my whole success has been built on repeat customers and word of mouth. So if I screw up, I don't get the repeat customers. People won't. They won't hear about the good things I'm doing. They'll hear about the bad things, and my campaigns won't keep doing better and better. So, yeah, the fact that I'm relying on the customers, I don't take that for granted. I take I take their money very seriously, and I try not to do anything that would hurt my reputation or hurt their faith in me.
Thus earning your name Moral Compass.
There you go.
There you go. Charles, what do you think about this? Anything?
Well, I've had quite a few minutes here to think about what to say about this. And it has occurred to me that does Dano feel that the mainstream itself is rehashing anything? Because the mainstream has been rehashing itself for about 8 decades now.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point. How many Spider-Man or Superman #1s are there? How many times have we retold the death of Bruce Wayne's parents over and over again? I mean, it's. I think that's one of the things that really hurt the mainstream, because there hasn't been any consistency of story. You keep trying to bring in a new audience by rebooting everything, and then you end up, losing people who are already been invested in your story and want to see it continue and further on.
What is the last original idea that has come from the mainstream? Silence. Crickets.
No, I'm thinking. I'm trying to think. I don't know, maybe Skunk Girl?
Think.
How long ago was that?
Probably 15, maybe so years ago.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm thinking.
I rest my case.
It all depends on if you consider those ideas good ideas or just
well, that's another issue.
scrappy bad ideas. Yeah. Because Dano, the mainstream, the reason why a lot of people are crowdfunding, you might see as mainstream rehash, is because crowdfunding is just barely, in my opinion, just barely getting underway, and it's a new and an experimental art form. A lot of these people that are crowdfunding stuff now are just trying, almost like they're trying to get the mainstream out of their system or through their system, or they're crowdfunding out of the frustration of the fact that the mainstream hasn't been good for, spin the wheel, 10, 20, 30 years. And some of that stuff is derivative, absolutely. And some of it, a lot more of it lately, especially that I've been seeing, is starting to veer away from that and try different things. And that's really what the independent market is supposed to be about. And if you look at how the mainstream has been the last 30, 40 years, especially under the one distributor system, they're all like Pavlovian trained to take a certain type of book that hits a certain type of demographic, or that looks a certain way over and over and over again. And you're just now starting to see people realize that because they're independent, because they're alternative, they can get out there and start experimenting. They can start exploring. Like we keep saying here, or I love pointing out here on the show, we don't have to do the same thing over and over again. We don't have to even have the same format. We don't have to fit that bag. We don't have to fit that board. We don't have to be a suitable size for slabbing. We are independent and alternative. And that means we need to go out there and explore and experiment and play in this sequential art form and stretch it as far as we possibly can. So I hope you don't give up on the market thinking, especially on the crowdfunding books, because you think they're derivative. I think that there's been more originality, especially within the last year, that is starting to spring up in the crowdfunding books, because a lot of the talent coming in are realizing that they don't have to do this stuff out of the mainstream anymore in order to make a living or in order to make money.
Here.
And that's very important to see. You know, there's people that have gotten out of the business for 10, 20, 30 years that are coming back in, like Hart Fisher, who's a horror writer, is restarting Boneyard Press, or Joe Monks, who was part of Cry for Dawn, that are going to be coming back within the next few months, stretching that market again. And if you were lucky enough to be back in the black and white days of the 80s, and or have seen the really independent and alternative books that were coming out from back then, we are just now getting back to that level of creativity. And I, for one, am really excited about what this market holds in the next even 10 or 15 years coming up. There's going to be some great, phenomenal books out there that and there's going to be a lot of stuff that's really good that's going to get overlooked because there's so many other books coming out all at once crowdfunding. So that's why we do this program, is to point out some awesome products and to hope that you pull your attention to them. There's been so many books that we've and creative people that we've had on here. I haven't spent more money in comics in the last year than I have in the last 10. And it's not because the crowdfunding books are expensive. It's because they're that creative.
Yeah, you know,
Mark keeps releasing comics. That's why.
Yeah.
I know that most of my weekly money now is gone to Indie Comics. The next question is from our own Brandon, by the way, host of Pitches Be Crazy.
Brandon.
Here we go.
It's not fair. The ladies on Indie Vote now have the hashtag Hail Hose. All we got is hail. We need something else. Hail Hellions. Hail Hunters, Hail Gnaw,
Hail Bros,
Hail Crack Pack.
Bros. Brandon.
Leave my hail hose alone.
I like Hail Hose. Whenever someone says Hail Hose, the girls are repeated on her show. They're like, "Oh, it's her name, Hail Hose." I mean, you got a Hail Hose shirt on IndieVolt, IndieVolt.com in the store. It's a Hail Hose shirt. Couldn't believe it.
Get yours today.
Yeah, people are buying it. Yeah, so, yeah. I don't think we have all kinds of stuff. People call us ass boys. Sup ass boys.
Sup ass boys.
You know, we've taken
that's from early on from some of the trolls that would contact us. Sup ass boys.
Yeah, that's okay with it. Here we go.
That's right. Next question from King Fred. Fred, hey, if Zoop will make sure that some creator is going to keep their word, get the project to me, when and how advertised, I'll proudly back projects over there. My loyalty is easy. I'll just say easily bought. Provide a good product and good customer service, and I'm yours, King Fred. Absolutely.
How is Zoop going to do that?
Well, they are taking a little bit more of a ownership approach. If your project doesn't fund, they don't get paid. So they are invested in, your project funding. And I think if your project funds, they offer so many other services like printing and fulfillment. They really want to be a part of the whole process. It could take a lot of the fear of, hey, I'm not getting this project out of people's, some people are afraid when they back a campaign. Am I ever going to get this project? I will, but it's also, I think the idea of getting burned on a project is, maybe I'm lucky. I've backed about 60, maybe close to 100 things. No, well, I had another account that I don't use anymore, but because I didn't even know that was my account. But I'm probably close to 70, maybe even close to 100 that I backed. I know on the Indiegogo that I use for IndieVolt and my personal Kickstarter, I'm at between the two of them, at 60, 70 books. I've only been burned once, and that's because the individual who burned me is unable to release the book, legally unable to release the book. So it's not like they said, "Oh, I got your money."
And admit it, you funded that book knowing that it probably wouldn't come out, right?
No, I funded that book because they were like, "Hey, it's 2 weeks from coming out."
Oh, okay. I thought that was the Star Wars book that you were.
Oh no! They get money. Well, that didn't fund. They gave it their money back.
Oh, they
That's,
refunded.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I funded that because I wanted to have a piece of history had it come out. I was actually pretty depressed when that. But no, I'm talking about my money's gone. I'm never getting the project. That type of thing. This only happened to me once in 60, 70 books. So I think the fear of that is a lot more. It's exaggerated a bit. I'm not sure though. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm lucky. Anybody else been burned on books? How many?
I've backed quite a bit of books. I haven't been burned yet. There's been some that took like a lot longer than they promised that shit would go into production, but I've gotten the product and haven't had any issues yet. I'll leave that door open just in case so I don't get disappointed when it does happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't been burned.
I have 2 books that are about 8 years late now. Yeah, so
just a little off.
Yeah, just a little bit. I at this point I've written it off. I don't think I'm going to get them.
Ouch.
8 years. Yeah, that's
yeah.
I think I've got like 4 books that are over 6 months late, but one of them I know is printed. One of them just did an update saying that it's coming out of the printer, and the other one I have no idea where they are. So I know they were just in Orlando, dragging their feet. So
anybody else Anybody else missing a book?
No, I've never.
I've just about everything I've backed. Nothing comes to mind. Of course, I've got a stack about this tall I haven't even opened yet. So
yeah.
I'm behind in reviews. Way behind in reviews. I'm sorry.
And again, this market is just starting, and so it's great to see companies start forming like Zoop, who may have learned from other people's mistakes. That's why you go out there and look at other people's campaigns and you do your research. You know, if they spring up, it's just like you, Varian creating Liberty Distributors, because he went through and took the time to do the research to find the flaws in the independent and alternative market, or the main retailer complaints, and do something to address them. So, you know, you're not ordering books 3 months early. You're getting them, you order them, you get them, you know, within a couple of days in the mail.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. You the books that they order, they know exist, instead of hoping, you know, ordering something out of the green section that, you know, the distributor doesn't care about anyway, in the hopes that they might see it 3 months, 6 months late. No, if it's on the Liberty site available for order, it's in-house, it's ready to go into a box and be shipped right to the retailer.
Well, yeah, because that's I've stolen that concept from what's his name, the Amazon guy.
Excuse me, probably Logical Business Sense.
Yeah. It's like I want to get the books to people as soon as I can. You know, it took me 6 years to build Liberty. It wasn't, you know, something I just did overnight. It took 6 years of building that, putting that together, figuring out what they wanted, shipping my own books to Liberty. People were like, "What the hell is this?" When they get I come on over here. When they get this box in the mail, when they order comics, some store orders comics from me, and they get this box in the mail, they were like, "What the hell is this?" And then they open it, and my books would be inside. So I kind of did some clever, I think it was clever, guerrilla marketing there. Use my own company to try to, and you know, we ship them just like we would, you know, any other book that goes out. Eric needs to get a hat.
He's got one on now. You just can't see it.
Yeah.
Wait right there.
Okay.
It's a toupee.
I mean, Liberty Distribution, ledg.us if you guys want to get your books. While we're waiting for Eric, I want to let everybody know we are live on Indie Vote Radio 72,204 people listening live on Indie Vote Radio. Download the app today on Google Play, as well as listen on your Alexa device, or if you have an iPhone, streamer or tune in. Check it out there. You can also listen in on indievote.com. There's a player right there in the middle of the page. You can listen in. So thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Please keep sharing it out. Indie Vote Live Wire. We are live right now.
IndieVote.com. We appreciate each and every one of you out there listening on the radio.
Also, you guys can you should pop over to Indie Vote. If you have a Roku enabled television, go over to Indie Vote TV. Download the Indie Vote Radio, Indie Vote TV app. Streaming network. We got some new stuff going up there this week. Some new movies going up there I'm really excited about. It's going to be very, very interesting weekend.
Eric's having a rough time wrestling his hat away from his wife.
Yeah, it could be you may have to kill it. Oh, I hear a gunshot.
No, that's
I
probably
think it was-
firecrackers outside your window.
I think it was a slap.
You
Was it
also
a slap?
forgot to mention YouTube. Go over to YouTube, like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, do all that stuff. Go like and subscribe on the YouTube. We appreciate it. Everyone who subscribes on the YouTube helps us get funded, helps us get monetized, so that we can worry about YouTube cut us off at the knees.
And chase off even more copyright claims. Frivolous copyright claims.
Should I, while we're waiting for Eric, should I play the? Oh, there he is. There he is.
Awesome.
There we go. There's a hat. Nice.
Sweet.
I forgot we were in a hat group.
Yeah. Hashtag hat group. Look at that. I wish it blinked.
We all need one of those.
That's cool.
Really, I need to finish this before I do anything like this again.
Let me get to the next question, which is one of the final ones for the night. I think. Yeah. Okay. And
is this a serious one? The advice for the lovelorn, or
no, we didn't get any lovelorn questions.
Fan mail from some flounder.
I'm really upset about that.
Big boy G. B-boy. What I'm not understanding is why some of these outstanding indie comics creators don't come together under one united label. That would really rock the industry, at least enough to get leverage with Diamond or other distributors. Time to put your ego aside, folks. Rise together or fall alone. B-boy G.
Yeah, B-Boy G, you know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, I was want to say, no.
B-Boy has high hopes.
Yeah. This is here it is, guys. I'll speak on behalf of the creative comic book community. No.
I thought you were gonna say what?
Yeah. The clip is actually longer, and that's what I would say.
And let's address that why that's not going to happen. There's a very good reason why it's not going to happen. He's talking about Image. Image happened in unique circumstances that will never be repeated.
Yeah,
agreed, 100%.
Yeah, because there's no such thing as, well, there are, but you really can't have a superstar artist now, especially that many under one roof. And I'm surprised Marvel will help those guys to walk. Anyway, you would just think someone would have something in the contract that says, "Hey, you can't draw for 8 months after this" or something. I don't know, just
a non-complete clause. No, they're too cheap to even ask for that. It's bad enough they pay below minimum wage for the artists to work on their work.
Minimum wage.
Minimum wage. A lot of times, it's everybody sees it as a life goal to work on their favorite character. Well, you're just becoming a cog for the machine, working on an IP that everybody just is going to abuse as soon as you're done.
And that used to pay. It doesn't anymore.
No, they used to have a decent royalty program too, and that doesn't. A decent creators royalty that's kind of flown the coop. So,
well, the royalty is still there if you sell enough copies, but nobody does.
You got to sell enough copies. Yeah,
and people got to care about the IP, and that's starting to become a thing where no one's caring about those IPs anymore. So,
well, I think they're doing exactly I think they're doing exactly the opposite. They're trying to figure out all the ways to destroy them.
And I'll keep saying it because Randy and I have similar ideas. Randy's ran a publishing company. I run a publishing company, and I had this nasty little habit of paying folks at the end of if you did a convention with me and I was publishing your book, if you did a convention with me, I even up with you at the end of the show. So if I owe you $100, I give you $100. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I pay you every day of the show. If you weren't at the show, when I come home, I jump on PayPal. I send you some money through your PayPal. Here's your money. And we were always seen, and I know my company, Last Call Comics, we're always seen as the small guys, whereas the big guys are sending out quarterly, and I've seen them, quarterly, was it royalties or, here's your payment. and they're like $1.25, 86 cents. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But we're the small potato guys. And I had guys sit at my table and look at companies like that and say, wow, I would love to work there. And I don't understand. I don't get it. I stopped caring because it's like you can't explain to them. But I think that's another reason we'll never get together. Different payment systems, different payment beliefs. There are people who have tremendous egos, tremendous. Hey, mine. You think anybody can pull this raccoon hat off? No. No. It takes a tremendous amount of glorious purpose. Jesus, you guys don't understand.
I've been through this a few times with other creators, and they try to create this company, and they always start out with this grand vision. But again, I mean, it does fall to the egos where people, it just falls apart for one reason or another. It's especially bad if you're trying to start a company with friends. Once money gets involved, oh my gosh, your friendships are on the rocks in some instances. So I think as long as, we kind of all strike it out on our own, but we do have some sort of shared intrinsic value system. I know with Comicsgate, it's like the customer comes first, make a quality product, put it out there, take care of the customer. That's kind of always been the underpinnings of that. So as far as something like that, that's the kind of umbrella that we can get under. But as far as incorporating into individual businesses, it just adds so many layers that are really difficult, especially for those of us, because most of us are learning business as we're doing it. I don't think, does anybody in this room have a business degree, at least an associate's? I know I don't. I've been learning all this stuff on taking it on the chin and the School of Hard Knocks to do business. So
I got my diploma from School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, so and once you start incorporating and starting to work in those environments, it becomes so cutthroat, it becomes so rigid that there's no way to be a creator and be corporate at the same time. You almost need to have that corporate structure over you, but then they start dictating what your content is. And I mean, why would you just go work for Marvel if that's the kind of system you want to live under?
I think that there are people that I, again, we're friends with, and from either side of the spectrum of indie comics now, and you think, oh man, it would be great to get these comics all under one roof, but people, again, egos get in the way. Hey, my comics being pushed aside for this guy's book. All types of weird stuff would happen. So that's why I think it'll never happen. But it's probably better off not happening. Unless, of course, someone's got a lot of money and can make everyone's, like you pay a person enough money. Sometimes they can put their ego aside. Sometimes. Not me, though. I'm egotistical. What do you guys think? Anybody want to say anything about this? Or
where's that money going to come from? That's the problem.
Yeah, not my trust fund.
Yeah, in my case, I have a publisher, so I can't really throw in with a bunch of other guys. I'm kind of a hybrid. I'm independent, but I have an independent publisher, Marcosia UK. Mm-hmm. They're letting me do a print version of Rammur on my own. They do the digital. They'll collect it eventually, first 3 issues or so in print, but they're letting me do print. So that's kind of a hybrid situation. I really can't throw in with anybody else as far as a publishing imprint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, understand. Anyone else?
I think we're so early in the stages of crowdfunding comics that it's going to evolve. I mean, you start to see like someone like Ethan Van Sciver. He's already starting like a publishing house. He has Matt Martin's Snowman, Trent Kanuga's Creed, Kyle Ritter's Starblades. Yeah, so he's doing his own thing, and I think as things grow, you may see other people do it. I kind of just like working with the creators I work with and do it on a case by case basis. I'm not looking into to bring in outsiders. I just like the small crew I work with now.
Page One is doing the same thing too, where they're building they've started pulling in. They got Esquivo, they have Jay Singh, they have El Padrino, they got Jimmy. All those guys are forming under Page One now, and they're putting out quality stuff too.
No one invites me to any parties. I'm just kidding. That's
Make your own party.
Yeah,
that's right. Throw your own party. You got to buy a keg; they'll show up.
Yeah, keg and stripper pole.
There you go.
So, yeah. So we've got a little time before I get into you guys' campaigns, but wanted to remind everybody that the just today Lola went out and she said I'm gonna stop and check the office mail for Indie Vault because we have packages that we need to get them for the Indie Vault Award show. And she called me and she says this is crazy because there's a lot of packages here. So she brought back these books. And today, if you watch the show, or if you watch Indie Vault at all, if you subscribe, I suggest you subscribe. I did a special kind of editorial thing because we're approaching 4 years now of Indie Vault, and I'm like, we should do something special on Indie Vault's 4th birthday, whether it's another live stream or something. We should do it July 4th. I know it's kind of hard to do something on July 4th, so maybe we'll do it on the 3rd or something, just celebrating Indie Vault's birthday. But I was talking about how about a year ago now, I was kind of made to feel ashamed of Indie Vault's success. I was made to feel ashamed of, having the television network. Randy can tell you, I was told, before, hey, stop the radio. Don't do the radio. The radio is a waste of your money, waste of your time. And, I was like, I really like the radio app, and I've invested so much in it already. You just hate to just hang something up. And it's all worked for the, better. It is expensive, but I like doing it. And
that was back when the audience was half the size too.
Right. So
now we're reaching a lot of people.
So I was always I felt guilty about the success because I got told, verbatim. Here's the quote: "You can't be indie and extremely successful." Is a point where you and I thought, okay, well, if I increase the Indie Vault brand, that means that the spot gets bigger and I can put more stuff from people out there. So Indie Vault TV is because I got friends who make films.
Well, variant until you're bought by AT&T, you're still indie. No matter how big you get.
Yeah. Listen, Disney, buy me. All this can be yours. Send that mouse on down. All this can be yours. I will sell everyone with it. But no, it's just so in Indie Vault Radio is because I got friends who are musicians and they said, you're not doing shit for us. And I'm like, okay, well, so we started Indie Vault Radio. So we do all these things, and I do it, and I'm happy to do them. And now we got the Indie Vault Awards coming up, Indie Vault Comic Book Awards, and so we got this big stack of books, another big stack of books, and I had been hurt because, Randy, when I started the award show, when I got hit with the fact that I was gonna have to do an entry fee, I fought against it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to do entry fee, but we had to. And the best I could do is say, okay, we need to make it extremely cheap, and we're going to give the entry fee money to charity. Right. That's what I wanted to do, and that's what we've done. 100% of the entry fee money is going to charity. And by entry fee, I mean you can pay as little as $6 to enter your book. But I thought, man, no one's going to... It's $7 now. Yeah, $7 now because it goes up as we get close to the show. There is a deadline where it gets way up there. It goes right now. It's $5 on your title and then $1 per category. Right now it's $5 on your title and $2 per category right now. And then as we get closer to the deadline, it'll go up to $5 per book and $5 per category. So it's much better to get in sooner rather than later. But the thing was, I was told, no one's going to enter because they don't want to pay. And then I started thinking about that, guys. I started saying, the same people who won't pay are some of the same people who I know sneak money in their campaigns. So, I don't think they don't have a problem to put money in their books or money behind their titles. But the other thing is, it hasn't stopped anybody. I'm still getting people entering. Yeah, somebody I got a package from London today. I'm getting books from all over. So it's a judged event. We got 5 judges who can't enter their own books. They have to remain. They've joked and said they're for sale, but they're going to be very judgy, and it's been working out very well. Randy's going into the Hall of Fame during the show. So was Bob Corby, who runs Space. And we're happy to do that show. I'm going to.
It's what, one or two more people beyond that you haven't announced yet.
That's correct. Yep, 1 or 2 more people going into the Hall of Fame. I'm going to run the Hall of Fame video, not the Hall of Fame video, the awards video, and then we'll get into these fine folks' projects. Here's the award show, the Indie Vote Awards. Go in and find out about it today if you're interested. Here we go. Indie Vote Comic Book Awards, September 18th, 2021, coming to you live from Dave & Buster's. It will be an event that you can actually come buy tickets and be a part of, or you can watch on your stream. We're going to stream it live on the internet.
Professionally sponsored, corporate sponsored event.
Yeah, we got StreamYard as a sponsor. We've got Mix'em. We've got Blick Art Materials, Mirror Comics. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. Help me out, Gemini Mailer. Liberty Distribution. There's so many different companies that came on board. The Autism Speak. So many different companies that have come on board to help, make sure this event is, gonna be something that we remember. And we're gonna do it again next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and just keep building it and getting it bigger and bigger and bigger. IndieVoteAwards.com is the website you want to go to. You can submit your book today. And still got time to submit those books and be recognized. We are going to be announcing some nominees very soon here.
Again, this is a judged event. This isn't a popularity contest. It's Varian's been working on this for a couple of years, and it didn't fly last year, obviously, like a lot of other events, because you just couldn't because of the restrictions. So instead of doing some flimsy online so-called award show, we decided to wait for a year and do it right, make it look fancy, or make it look as professional as possible in order to bring attention to the indie and the alternative markets and the products that a lot of people might not know about. Again, there's so many great books that have popped up out of there or in the market in the last year or so. Nobody knows all of them. Nobody. So here's a chance to pull some of the higher quality ones out, point to them, and show off the quality and inventiveness that this market has.
Yeah, because
real trophies will be given.
Yeah,
and give a trophy. Yeah,
yeah, those trophies are.
Actually, have something physical for folks to boast about and show off.
Those trophies are kicking my butt financially. By the way, I just want to let you guys know that. I just thought I should share my pain about those trophies. That they are a financial burden, and yeah, I'm gonna
again, that's because you want to spend money for quality.
Yeah, no,
and there'll be goodie bags.
I can't.
I
can't wait for you to bring that battery in so that I can charge my ring.
Yeah, Randy's the Hall of Fame members are getting a Hall of Fame ring. See, when I steal from WWE, I steal the good stuff. So there we go. Viking Wolf. Let's talk about it.
Boom.
Who
Look at that.
is responsible for Viking Wolf here? Who is it? Stand for it, because I need you to understand how I feel about werewolves.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that I am terrified of werewolves, but people keep sending me werewolf stuff. So the other day, I'm minding my own business. In the mail, I get
Oh,
Cyberwolf.
nice.
Everyone knows werewolves scare me. I get heart palpitations. I start sweating. I look like a hooker in church, just sweating, just scared. I do not like werewolves, but you guys keep making nicely drawn werewolf books. I'll accept an apology as long as the book is good. Mark, explain yourself.
Well, I'm sorry for scaring you, but in my opinion, this is one of the best books I've ever done. Viking Wolf is a dark horror fantasy. It's about Prince Gunnar Rovewolf, the protector of the Moonshire. He protects the Moonshire with the Bloodhammer. It's a weapon that's powered by the blood of his enemies. So the more enemies he kills with it, the more powerful it becomes. He has to travel to Earth to rescue his father, the king, who's been kidnapped by the villain of the story, the Toll Man, who's like this vampire wizard who struck a deal with Viking Wolf's father, and he's come to collect. And along the way, Viking Wolf learns, that the father that he had built up in his head to be this great man has made some questionable decisions along the way. So now he has to kind of clean up his dad's mess. I put it in the description. Lots of violence, lots of gore. Just kind of like some of the things that inspired me were books like Spawn, Battle Chasers, obviously Thor. When it comes right down to it, it's a story about a father and a son.
See, so your werewolf is a good guy.
Yeah.
I don't find that very believable, sir. Werewolves aren't good guys. Werewolves eat and destroy. They come to steal, kill, and destroy. I've seen the Howling. You can't fool me.
I mean, he does love to kill and destroy. He's a Viking, after all.
See, and that's the thing. You know what? There are some, like, you can tell me, hey, look, we got a story about werewolves. And I'm like, okay, I'm mildly freaked out. But when you start giving the werewolves job titles, like biker gang werewolves, shit, that's even worse, or could you guys imagine? Could you imagine a bunch of like cardinal werewolves? Like they're walking in the Vatican, they're all holy, holy, holy. They turn the werewolves are chasing everybody. Could you imagine that?
There's a whole band with that aesthetic. It's called Powerwolf.
That's horrible.
I'm sending you an album right now.
No, that's horrible. The growling, the snarling. I just keep thinking about how you can put werewolves in different things. Werewolves in Africa? Jesus.
Werewolves in London.
I'm a title guy. It just sounded cool together. I knew I wanted the title to be Viking something, and I was just running through different things. Like one of the ideas was Viking Shark, and I was like, yeah, that's ridiculous. But Viking Wolf just sounded perfect together.
Keep in mind, we have a man here who has a character who has a dinosaur for a head and a human body. I thought he didn't have a shark. That's weird, Eric. What's going on? I do like it though. Let me play the video here. Let me play the video for this. I think I got the sound on. Let me see here. Are you guys hearing sound? Are you guys hearing sound? No sound? Okay, gotta stop that. Let me see here then. What's going on? Why don't we have sound? Give me 1 second. I will fix.
Right. Joe from a desk of a small press publisher says, stop fighting at Varian. Time for you to learn about Lycan lore and be prepared.
Yeah, see. I was somewhere recently, had a bunch of Lycan stuff up, and they're like, we liken it to this. And I'm like, very funny, very funny. I don't like werewolves. Yeah, here we go. Do you hear the snarls? Did you hear the growling? Did you hear it? Did anyone else feel comfortable? Gee. It's okay. It's okay. Vampires can't hurt you. Werewolves can't hurt you either. Okay. All right. I'm good. I'm good. Let's look at the campaign. I got to see how much you have got. $14,634 of a $500 fixed goal. So you're way above your asking price. You got 5 days left on this campaign, Mark.
Yeah, this is actually the 5 days left in the first 30 days of the campaign. So we'll most likely extend it another 30 days. But it's the reaction to the book has been fantastic. It's a 40-page oversized format book. It's going to be 8.5 by 11 inches. I wanted the bigger format because I think the artwork in the book is so fantastic. I want people to really enjoy it.
Sweet.
It looks good. I see that you got a couple different people here. Matt Dalton, Renzo Rodriguez, Dexter Weeks, and Eric Weathers, which at this point, if Eric Weathers isn't lettering your book, it's more of a surprise. The man's everywhere. But he does good work. He does great work.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic.
And you know, here's the thing. You guys know I'm afraid of werewolves, but I'm gonna back this book. I mean, let's face it, it's I do stuff that's not good for me all the time. I'm married, for Christ's sake. So I'm gonna get in trouble for that one later. Yeah. Let's look at some of this art. This is fantastic. Look at this. That guy has a splitting headache. I'll be here all week.
The guy in the back reminds me of Poulton.
Yeah. I mean the artwork here is, man, look at that. He's split in half too. Oh, they're all dying. This is a great vampire. Now werewolves being killed is great. That's great entertainment. That's terrific.
You may side with the villain in this story.
Yeah. This could be the book that helps me. Very cathartic book for me. Now I see leaves, Randy. Is that feathers? Is that the way feathers are drawn? We have a.
Those are feathers. Yes.
Yeah. We have a running gag.
Yeah.
Randy, I drew some feathers once, and Randy told me, "Those are nice leaves." I said, "Those are feathers." those aren't feathers, Randy. Those are leaves. This is what a feather looks like. And I was like,
and he didn't draw anything for a year and a half afterwards.
Yeah. Delayed that book. So, look at this ripping through the guy's flesh. Oh, I love it.
So, yeah, this scene gets a lot of reaction from people. So Viking Wolf, when he travels from his world to ours, there's a human named Travis that is the basically the vessel or the tunnel that Viking Wolf travels through. He literally travels through him, tearing him apart to come to Earth. And through the power of magic and fantasy, he's always pieced back together once Viking Wolf leaves Earth. But he has to keep reliving this every time Viking Wolf comes to our Earth. It's very painful for him.
Poor Travis.
Yeah.
You tear a Travis apart a couple of times every story, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to back this book.
It's fun.
So Travis is going to be seeing a therapist in subsequent issues, right?
Yeah, most likely.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Jose Garcia.
Yep, we're offering a black and white version of the book as well, and Jose Garcia did the cover for us.
Cool.
My ex-girlfriend, she loved me for Travis. Looked just like that one up there. So that was, maybe I may need to get this book, Mark. I may need to get 3 copies.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah. So what do we got here? We got the collector's case?
Yeah, that'll come with all 4 books that we're offering in the campaign. Matt Dalton's cover, Renzo Rodriguez's cover, the black and white version of the book, the Haunted Pizza Yearbook, which is artwork and bios from all the creators I'm working on my different properties. And that's going to be a foil cover as well. I'm a huge fan of the 90s, so I had to have my foil cover in there somewhere. And they all come in this collector's case. And throughout the campaign, I've been adding different stuff from my library of work. I added the Coney Waves First Wave collected edition, which is my first published work. And then I added the Coney Waves Demon Slayer retailer incentive cover, which was my first published artwork. So we'll keep adding stuff. Also comes with a metal trading card as well.
I'm also a sucker for shiny things. I joke on the show a lot about me owning possibly 75% of the world stock of Clive Barker's Hyperkind.
Nice.
Because whenever I see that book, I pick it up like, it's Hyperkind. How much is it? $3? I'll take it. You have that book 8 times already. I don't have this one. Is that the that we had Haunted Pizza LLC?
Yeah. So Haunted Pizza LLC is the name of my my company that I own with my son that we publish everything through. The first 100 backers got a little mini moral compass figure, and he's wearing the Haunted Pizza T-shirt. So yeah, we ran out of these within like an hour and a half of launching the campaign.
And then what do we got here? I see a lot of your other titles here.
Yeah, basically just assuring people you'll get your book and you'll get it in a reasonable time. These are all the projects I've fulfilled over the last 3 years.
Cool. Yeah, I see a lot of the graveyard shift stuff there. It's yeah, I mean, it's not like you're gonna take the money and run. We know you're gonna put the book out. Stretch goals: 5,000 a foil trading card to all backers. You've reached that. You passed the 10,000 on 15,000 trading card of Viking with Sidekick Reef by US Assassins Mike McMahon.
Yep, we're almost there. I think we're like $366 away.
People listening on the radio, go over there because he's shipping worldwide. Let's make sure that Mark says, "Damn you, Indie Vault! My shipping is through the roof."
Man, shipping's your biggest expense, man. It's a killer.
He's shipping. He's offering worldwide shipping. You know what to do. Australia, you know what to do.
Shipping these cases is not cheap. So.
I love this cover here. This is.
Yeah, I think that's the one I got because it's just. My daughter would say lit. Or at least she used to. I don't know if the kids still say lit or not.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I think it's Liddy now. Litty. Liddy.
Liddy.
Yeah. It's Liddy. It's dope. It's
On fleek.
It's always been
no
dope.
Fleek.
On fleek.
Fleek is over. Fleek is over.
Tight.
You know, I remember reading on
Fucking bitching.
yeah, I remember reading on
Awesome sauce. Yeah.
on a toy once. They said that I was a kid. I must have been like maybe 12 years old. And Barbie, it was a bag of Barbie toy that my cousin had, and it said, she says, hula hoops are big bongo. And it bothered me for years. I'm like, what the hell is big bongo? No one I know says big bongo, and I grew up in the whitest community ever. So I'm like, are they saying it in the hood? No, they can't be saying big bongo in the hood. That's just not something I imagine people saying. So I searched around, and no one said it. So Mattel tried to make a thing. They tried to make some slang and did not work. And but to me, though, I do like saying big bongo. In fact, we're going to take that here at Indie Vault. I think it's going to be big bongo here from now on.
I quit.
Yeah, you got this book is big bongo, Eric. I do like this book though, and I'll be back here. Now there's a fan pack, $100, but you can just get the book, the Matt Dalton cover 25, the Renzo Rodriguez cover 25, or the black and white artist edition, which is also, you know, I like that one because it has the owl there. Or you can also get, you know, all the covers. There's no need to, you know, why choose? Get them all.
Just go all in, man.
Now, are these going to be signed, by the way?
Yeah, Matt Dalton and I are signing all the books.
Get the collector's case, $150 for the collector's case. Original artwork, $400. You know, I don't understand people. If you are starting an original art collection, do it with some of these indie comics, because sooner or later this art is going to be super unaffordable for everyone, and you can get it now while you can still afford it. Nice and cheap. $400 is nice and cheap considering what it'll be going for in a couple years when you go up to him and say, "Hey, can I get that page?" And he says it's $2,000, and you're like, "Oh man, here, hurry up and swipe my card." Viking Wolf, everyone, book 1 over on Indiegogo. 5 more days. We got 5 more days to do this. Hurry up. Mark, any last things you want to say about this one?
Just I want to thank everyone for the support so far in the campaign, and the book's actually done. Yeah, it was done before we even launched it. So once the campaign ends, it goes right to the printer, and the backers they're going to get their books really quick.
Very good.
He's
Very
a
good.
scholar, a gentleman. No wonder he's the moral compass. Come on.
Yeah,
Yes.
He's a consummate professional, probably the most prolific in the indie comic scene. I mean, gosh, that library is huge now.
And when you are looking, by the way, to those books will be going out. Mark's gonna make sure he gets them. He hasn't failed anybody yet. And Mark, do you when you ship, do you use Gemini mailers?
Yeah, I use Gemini mailers. I saw you have a discount code too. I'm going to use that next time I order.
I do, and everyone can use it. All of the Indie Vault listeners, the people who watching who hate us, go ahead and use it. It's fine. It's fine. It is a part of my greatness. It is a part of me bestowing my virtue onto you. Look at it.
A great sponsor.
Sponsored by Gemini mailers. Eat your heart out. 10% discount on Gemini mailers. Use coupon code VOLT10. That's VOLT10. Coupon code VOLT10. Save yourself some money on those Gemini mailers. You're not collecting them, are you? So get Gemini mailers. Send your books out there. You increase the chances of your book showing up in one piece. Because if you don't use Gemini mailers and you use something else, there's a good chance it might not get to the person the way you wanted it to. I had some art shipped to me recently, and it came to a mailer, and it was protected, but I freaked out. I'm like, it was fine. It was fine. It was in the top loader and everything, but I was nervous. Gemini mailers, people, please. Unless your book can't fit one, then you might have to go a little bit bigger. But VOLT10, VOLT10. I'm pick those books up. Next campaign we're gonna be looking at is sorry, my computer has decided it is not like any of me. It's not like any of us.
You abuse your computer every day. You expect it to like you all the time?
I do. I think it should like me, but it's
That's
been
the
treated.
website you go to. Good grief.
Yeah, you got a point there. When you're right, you're right. Let's look at Airith. Here we go. Before we go into that, we were joined by the gentleman who's promoted me recently to co-host and executive producer of his show, Indie Comics Explained. We were joined by JD Calderon. JD, introduce yourself real quick, sir.
How you doing, everyone? I'm the writer and creator of the Oswald Chronicles. My name is JD Calderon and Tall Tales Online. We'll just leave it at that for now.
I see. Leaving it at that. Here we go. Airith. Now pronounce that for me because I'm gonna slay it. Is that Kentilan?
Kentilan more, yeah.
Kentilan War, okay. Tape 2. An inspired action-packed orgy, cyber rock space opera with hazardous adventures and tacos. Now, I heard action.
I'm so bagging that book.
Yeah, I heard action-packed orgy, and I'm like, this sounds like a Lola book.
The best way to describe it, man. I had, the word orgy just oozes out when I think of Airith. So
I could, yeah. I mean, it caught my attention. I'm gonna play the video here.
I hope you guys are bilingual.
Here we go.
I didn't ask for this. I never asked to be a killer. That is what she wanted. And she created such a monster that over time, I learned to enjoy it. I learned to revel in the hunt. I yearned for it. The look in their eyes, the smell of the soul leaving the flesh, the taste of the fear in their blood. I will never understand myself. At least he wanted to understand me. He knew how to make a cyber-organic girl tingle in places that tingles can happen with a single cocky wink of the eye. Hell, he didn't even mind all the hairspray. What a winner. But he did give me love. And his love gave me light. His love gave me a reason. I once heard that love is selflessly giving your breath away to allow someone else to breathe. And I did that. He did that. But it was so mierda. And now, he must die, pinche gringo pendejo! You pissed off the wrong mujer, motherfuckers! I am asked the same question all the fucking time. What is it that I want? And the truth? The truth is, all I wanted was what all girls that have a thirst for blood want. A goddamn Delia's catalog and some fucking tacos. And when I get a hold of you, te voy a meter el culo por la boca tan duro que vas a probar el desayuno de ayer por una semana, coño! Not even 10 sana colita de ranas could save you from my wrath.
I love it. I love it. I know the Indie World Awards doesn't have a best trailer category, but that right there, yeah, that needs to go up there. We may have to add a category all willy nilly, Randy. I know we promised we wouldn't, but fuck.
No last minute categories.
Damn it! I'm sorry. Ryan, I tried
because it's cheap and sleazy.
That's right. We're gonna work on a live action one next time.
Yep.
That was written very well. Did you write that or?
Yeah. That's just writing Airith. That's how she is. She's sweet. You piss her off, you fuck with her tacos, you're gonna get killed. So that's where we're at right now.
I understand. I just recently found a new taco place, and I'm like, it's delicious, and I probably will hurt somebody over them.
I've got a question. Sorry if this is a dumb question, but it says tape 2. Is there a tape 1?
Yes, sir. There is a tape 1. It came out on Indiegogo about 6 months ago. This was tape 1. This is the packaging for tape 1. This is exactly where the comic comes in.
Box.
So we are working on tape 2. We had tape 1 up on our website. It sold out, and now tape 1 is only going to be available for the Indiegogo campaign, tape 2.
So there's the catch-up campaign. I can get both tapes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you can do an add-on. We call it add catch-up, and you can get both tapes. And we're doing it at a discount for only $10. You get this whole tape, this box with the comic, with all the other goodies and swag that comes with tape 1 for only $10 add-on.
Nice. Cool.
Holy crap.
Nice. I need to get that. God damn it. Top people coming here with good books. Why can't somebody bring a sucky book on? Just once. Just once is all I'm asking. Who's been doing the booking around here? Let's go get some of those books.
I told you I'd bring on the best guest.
I almost fucked up. I almost fucked up. Jake says banging. Yeah, I like this. Now, she wants her tacos. Apparently someone needs to die. And this person who fucked with her tacos and her heart.
Right. We'll learn who that may be, or who multiple people may be who've caused her to be pissed off. We're doubling in size. Our last book was only 24 pages. It was kind of like a pilot episode. We're doing 48 pages, perfect bound, high quality paper. We're also going to do embossed logo with gold foil on top of it, and some embossing on some of the caricatures on the cover to give it kind of a nice texture. So we're going all out here. That's yeah. We'll get to that. Don't worry. I got one of those in hand right here.
All right.
So we'll get to that.
8-bit game cartridge. I see. The basic package is $25. That gets you one of those cool boxes. The comic looks like a print. Is that a print? It's a Polaroid.
It's a Polaroid that Airith and Rammur took. Yeah.
Okay. Some buttons, some stickers.
Yeah. And a signed comic. Yeah.
Lola wants a chibi shirt. Are they? Oh, what did you say, Lola?
Are they add-ons?
Yeah, you can do the chibis as add-ons as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Some people like the chibis so well they said it would just put them up by themselves, and that person went and bought the whole set.
Yeah, those are nice. The collector's edition.
So if you look at the first page, we can kind of go in just so I don't know if you guys noticed who those statues are of, but if you can pick them out, you get bonus points. The one down in the middle should just jump out at you. Nobody. No one's a queen.
Is that Freddie Mercury?
There we go.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, shame on all of you. The black guy got it. I want all your white cards, all your privilege cards. Hand them over.
Yep. Hand them over right.
I-
we got Kurt Russell. The thing is with their world, they get these parallel signals, movie signals and radio signals from Earth in a parallel dimension, and they think they're real. So they actually had this hallway of thousands of statues of our different 80s and 90s movie stars and rock stars. And of course, we have Mr. Freddie Mercury at the end of that hallway because he is the ultimate god.
There's nobody from the Wallflowers there, sir. I think that they deserve to be.
Is that Tiffany over on the right?
So we have Blondie and Cyndi Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper, okay.
Let's see. I will get my fucking taco. You hijo de las mi putas.
That was
I can't.
Pretty close.
Yeah. Lola can do it a lot better than I can.
That could get you through. It might get you through the border there, but yeah.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. I was glad I had a very smart girlfriend during Spanish class.
Nice.
Can you do this for me? Because I don't know what the fuck. This looks great. I like this. The Heavy Metal Collector Edition. A lot of stuff in that one.
Yeah. And we have, there's more detail down. The Heavy Metal Collector Edition, all that is the collector's edition, and then the added metal comic. It's a metal front and back cover comic with the normal 48-page insert inside.
Now, I keep hearing about the metal comics. I've yet to hold one. Eric, have you seen one?
I'm not in the wild, I can't. It's gotta be like a chromium. It can't actually be metal, can it? Seems like.
Yeah, it's a very thin metal. It's kind of like an aluminum metal, kind of like aluminum poster prints. They're thin, but they don't bend as bad. They're pretty damn durable.
Yeah. So is this a shipping box here?
I definitely want to see that in the wild.
So that's the shipping box. That's the Tape 2 collector's box, and it comes with the soundtrack. Every issue that we do, the tape actually has a soundtrack with it. The last soundtrack we did 4 cover songs. This one we're doing 5 Fleetwood Mac songs in heavy metal mode. So that's going to be really interesting and awesome.
Right up my alley.
All right, brother. You can call me Backer 61 because I just did it.
Hey.
So for this one, the high standard, you get into where you get the N64. Not N64, NES, but we're not allowed to say NES. But we do have the 8-bit game cartridge. Mm-hmm. If Airith was a video game back in the 80s, this is what her video game would look like. So we bought a bunch of empty cartridges with the dust cover and bought a bunch of custom labels that were the perfect dimensions for this and got to town and wrapped 250 of them.
That's cool.
Cool.
And it comes with that second one comes with a dance card and a nice air freshener. This is our collector's edition. On top of everything, you also get a nice metal print of the Esquivo cover that we did. So it's a nice size metal print, signed. And one of the cool things is Airith's big ass sword. We had a bunch of them 3D printed from our 3D printer. So you'll get the actual, we call it the swizzle stick. And that's her large sword. Everyone will get that in that pack as well.
Oh.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
I want it. Then the ketchup pack there. There we go.
There we go.
Yep, I added that.
Thank you. So our first unlock goal. Where the hell did that thing go? I have it right here. Here we go. We got this cool the standee, acrylic standee. If we hit $500 after our goal, $8,000, everyone who bagged a physical copy will get the Airith standee. This was done by our buddy in Japan. So the style is just a lot more different than we're used to in the actual comic book. So it's pretty good size. It's a cool tchotchke to throw on your desk.
Yeah. Me having to put stuff in the Indie Volt studio, I'm going to need a bunch of stuff like this for the background. Double Rainbow Death Punch 6-inch gang patch.
That's our gang. Yeah, Double Rainbow Death Punch gang. That's the gang that Airith and Rafa start. And we're trying to start our own gang. Everyone's going to be having leather cuts, Levi leather cuts here pretty soon, and that's your starter patch if we get to $10,000.
Very cool. I want a leather jacket. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There's the chibi shirts. There's a sticker set.
Yep. And we do have, if we had 15,000, we're making the mini comic anyways. We're doing a supplement comic, a 12-page comic with the Skivo. He's going to be doing all the artwork, penciling, inking, and that will be added in. If we had 15,000, we might just throw it in anyways if we feel crazy.
Let me see here. I think that so I was looking around. The chibi shirts are $28, starting at $28.
Yeah.
And,
so if you're getting like a 4X, the price does kind of go up. It's just because it's the cost for us skyrockets.
And the Indiegogo exclusive shirts, there they go. Now, you can't get those anywhere else but Indiegogo. So if you're looking for those shirts, better go ahead.
Those are the transformation page when our main characters transform into their badass Skyfire form, which is kind of inspired by Kiss and other 80s rock metal bands. Ooh. And this is pretty cool. Our Hollow Pixel variant comes in this awesome new pixel chrome, rainbow pixel chrome that we're lucky enough to stumble across the local printer who does this. So that's going to be a add-on variant as well.
That's cool. Look at that here.
And it's so pretty.
Yeah. Some 3D printer figures.
Yeah, so we're throwing the first 75 backers are either going to get the Airith 3D print, the Todd Boy 3D print, or the Rafa 3D print. The Airith 3D print is hand-painted, so it's a pretty big value. We just want to get people to start collecting, having things on their desk, and maybe start conversations going, hey, what's that? And it says, hey, go check out Airith.
And there's the team. There's a lot of folks putting it together. Very talented group of individuals. I'm going to go over and back this tonight. Everyone else, you guys have just a couple. Well, you guys got 52 days left. So quite a bit of time, but get in because I think some of the stuff was limited. Yeah. Some of the stuff is limited, so you need to get in there quickly. Make sure that you solidify getting your copy. He's shipping worldwide too. So once again, Indie Volt radio listeners, make him suffer. Like, I hate saying that, but it's true. When I tell people, like, well, I say that because we did get yelled at by someone once. They said, hey, thanks to you guys, I now have to send some stuff out very far. I'm upset about that. Could you, and they changed it. They did honor those people who had bought in, but then they went back and said, okay, we can't afford this. The shipping was too much. So
yeah, it sucks. Internet, shipping out. I just sent Jose Garcia, who's just across the border from me, and that was $28 just to send him a box that was under £1. It sucks. My wife and I run a warehouse, and we do international shipping all the time, and people don't understand. Even if you're doing bulk and you have discounts, it's still, if you want to be able to track it, you're paying at least $18. If you don't want to track it and can wait a month, you can get it cheaper, but there's no guarantee it's ever going to show up.
We just sent a package we took a donation up for a gentleman who's teaching kids over in Cameroon. And I was like, look, this package is 26 pounds. It's going to be really expensive to send to Cameroon, to Africa. This is going to be expensive. And I looked at prices and recently because he says, instead of sending it there, send it to my cousin in Ohio, which is like, done deal. I can do that. And unfortunately, I was just stuck there because his cousin, the price to get a 40-pound package, because other people sent stuff there too. So I just looked at the price, and it was $428 to send a package. That's a 40-pound package from the United States to Cameroon. $428.
Yeah,
through
crazy.
Yeah, through Monkey Ship, which I thought was horribly named. But that's it's gonna be that's up to him now to get it there, because I've done my job. I've done my part. I sent supplies. That's it. But we can make Brian really, really dislike Indie Vote by going in there and backing this book from all over the world, folks. Please do. That's Airith, Airith, the Kentilan War, Tape 2, over on Indiegogo. You can't miss it. Very pretty woman on the cover. Purple background, purple hair. Is that pink background? I got these shades on. Yeah, pink background.
It's an ombre, I guess what they call it.
Yeah. He's at $3,544. Let's see if he moved. Let's see if he moved since he's been here. Because I know Eric, you back. You said right. Oh yeah, there's 3,586. There we go. So he's back since he's been on the show.
Thank you.
And he's looking for 7,500. So we can definitely get him there. He's gonna have no problem smashing that. 52 days, folks. Go ahead and check it out immediately. I demand this.
I want to get you on backer shots. I'm gonna message you.
Okay, cool, awesome, thank you.
Yeah, it's backer shots where Lola is.
I sent you. Well, I followed you on Twitter, so.
Indie Vote Radio question, Randy. This is from Indie Vote Radio, and this is from Fluge, FLEGM. Well, anyway, he says, Randy, I finally got a chance to watch Indie Vote live on YouTube.
Sweet.
Just for a few minutes. I have a question. Are you Italian? You speak with your hands quite a bit.
Just using those emphatic gestures. No, I'm a genuine mutt. So I am a mixture of all sorts of different things. The wife and I keep talking about doing the ancestry thing just to see what they say.
I just want to see.
But yeah, I've been told that growing up, I was told not to disparage any race because you're probably one of them. That's what I was told. So
he finally got a chance to watch Indie Vote, and he sees you using the emphatic gestures. Good job. There we go.
Thanks so much. Thanks so. I picked everything I know up from Comic Tom. No, just kidding. Anyway.
And finally, let's look. Well, not finally.
Thanks a lot for listening to Indie Volta.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Listening or watching, however you do it. We appreciate you.
And let's take a look at what's going on here. Wait, what's the problem? Okay. I got let's take a look at Rammur from Mr. Santino.
I've heard of this.
Yeah, me too. I believe I've backed it.
Yes, you did.
I know, yeah. I'm playing the intro first. I'm playing the video for you.
Yes.
Rammur. I hardly knew her. There it is. Now, Charles, you crossed your goal. It's $759, a $500 flexible goal. You got 12 days left for Rammur. I know we joke about it because you said a couple more backers you can actually afford to print the damn thing.
Yeah.
Have you crossed that have you crossed that goal yet?
No. It's going to get printed. It's just a question of who's going to pay for it.
Right.
The book is finished. The book is finished. 48 pages plus covers.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Charles Santino and friends. Rammur, master thief and a future police. Hey, now, let me clear up something. Charles, how long have you been in the comics game?
Let's see. First published story would have been mid 80s with Marvel.
No, Marvel. Okay. And then you've worked with Marvel and other companies since then.
Yes, I actually worked more for regular book publishers like Bantam and Penguin than I've worked for comic book publishers doing graphic novels for them.
Yeah, just I just want to clear that up because it was foolish people who thought that you knew.
Yeah, that was shocking and silly and ridiculous.
I had to educate them that Charles has been at this longer than Randy, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, so every decision every decision I make, wrong or right, is not based on being a newbie. It's based on experience. You might not care for the decisions, but they're not because I don't know what I'm doing.
Because I don't know what I'm doing. That's why.
Yeah.
Now, Tops, Tales of the Police State. Now, listen, we talked about this book before, but you had it on backer shots, and we are perverts here at Indie Vault, apparently, and we see a lot of things in the story that we know may not be intentional, but they are there.
Giant butt plug.
There seem to be that. Tops, I'm gonna hate to find the bottoms, because what Rammur's come here to steal looks a lot like it may be for.
Yeah. Now we need to explain what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
This is a future police state, and maybe you know a little bit of Nazi history, but in the 30s, Hitler decided he didn't like degenerate modern art, and he held an exhibition to show all this horrible art to the German public. So that's what this is an echo of. This museum is housing an exhibit of band art, and a criminal collector of band art has sent Rammur here to steal this particular sculpture. These two other thugs found out about it, and they're trying to get there first, so it's not going to work out well for them.
I see. Now, you said he's got bad art there.
Band art.
Band art.
Yeah, the police state is banned art that is in any way degenerate, sexually suggestive, whatever. The name of this sculpture is Man in a Pickle. And they just decided, because it doesn't represent something simple and beautiful and natural, that it's perverse and it needs to be banned, and that's why it's in this exhibit.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if it'd have if it just had like bad art, would it have like in the background, like a blown up cover of Project Axis? That's all. Anyway, so I said that. That's right. People dig for it forever. This book I've backed, and you are finished with it. It's done.
It's completely done.
Now this is going to come out from Marcosia. They handle the digital version, but they will collect it once you're at issue 3 and release it that way.
Right, and they've allowed me to do crowdfunding and distribution on my own for print copies of the floppies, and this is available right now digital on Comixology and Drive-Thru Comics for the unbelievably cheap price of $2.99 each for the digital. These are all going to be self-contained stories. All the Rammur stories are self-contained. The first story is 24 pages, self-contained, a 6-page backup Rammur story, and then a couple of Tales of the Police State. Those are depressing little vignettes of life in the police state, unconnected to Rammur, except they take place in the same universe.
Mm. It's the Rammur universe. I think it's now there's Dami. Now, there's a poster of Dami you can get with this.
Yeah, she's the big sister of the police state dominatrix, otherwise known as Dami. She may or may not be a real person, but her image is everywhere. Propaganda posters, statues. She's even on their money.
There she is again.
There she is again. Yeah. This is a splash page from the backup story. There's Rammur in his off-duty mode.
His "I'm not stealing stuff" mode. All he cares about is women, money.
That's about it in that order, because the money will get you the women, but usually does not work the other way around.
And there's the manifesto. If you think testosterone is a kind of poison, if you think that macho was a dirty word, if you want comics to be safe and sensitive, then Rammur is not for you. Rammur, no man can stop him. Rammur, no man can resist him. No woman can resist him. Wow. And Rammur, no prize can daunt him. Although it'd be okay if no man can resist him, you know. We don't judge here. Rammur, tops, Tales of the Police State. I love it. I love it. And I've backed it. So what is this? Now this is the cover of Rammur #0 promotional giveaway. Art by, is that Paulo Perez?
Paulo Perez, he's based in Brazil. I found him online. This is an alternate cover that is only on #0, which is a free digital giveaway. It's also inside #1. Mm-hmm. This might be the most stripped down offering ever on a crowdfunding. You get the comic signed by me. You get the comic with the propaganda poster, which we will see soon. The comic signed by me with original art by Paulo Perez, and the comic and both of those things. That's it. 4 different options, all involved. The comic, some with some add-ons.
Very cool. Very cool. Now I've backed this, but you have a couple days left. I think it was, what did you say, 12? 12 days left?
Something like that, yeah. And if we scroll down some more, we can see the beautiful propaganda poster done by New York City artist named Matt Chick, a little bit up. Right there. This is inside the book, but it's also available separately as a perk. Matt Chick is New York City based. I gave him the character design for Dami. I gave him the words "Dami loves you," and I said, put the flag of the Global Freedom Authority, they're the police state, in the background. And he did this, which I think looks fantastic.
I'd hang that up. I have all kind of weird posters hanging around the house. People don't understand, though. Here's another one.
Yeah, this is the comic within the comic. This is top sales of the police state. There's 2 top stories, 4 pages and 2 pages. They are self-contained, very short, little vignettes, very downbeat and depressing stories about what life is like in a police state. This is a possible cover for #2. Rammur is going to probably face robots of some kind in every story.
Robots. Or as they like to call them on, what is it, Eric? We listened to when we were on the road, one of the cons, X-1, is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Robots. Yeah, robots.
Yeah, in the future police state, the police robots are called Ruptors.
Isn't it disruptors?
Probably.
Or, you know, I mean, given everything else in this comic, all the other you know, things, it might be ass ruptors. That's right. I went there.
Yeah, all that imagery and illusions, they're there, but they're not intentional.
I see. Is that what they say? There's a sign. You can get a signed sketch page, $40 on this. Go over there, because this is going to be on newsprint too. So he's if you like the old Philip Comics, Lord knows that I gave him hell about this, but he would he would not change his mind.
No, absolutely not. It's going to be on newsprint, and it's going to smell like a comic book.
Lord help us. I'm gonna get mine. I'm going to. I'm going to enjoy it because I got some newsprint comics.
As I mentioned probably a month ago, if you want, I will personally shellac your copy.
And you offered to Mod Podge it. You said you were going to Mod Podge it so it can have that sheen on it. And no, thank you, sir. I'll take the newsprint version now. I'll deal with it. Rammur, folks. Rammur over on Indiegogo, #1. Go over there and check it out. You got 12 days. Let's get Charles up to, let's get Charles up, because this is $759. He deserves more than this for this world.
Yeah, because I want other people to pay for the printing.
Rammur over from Mr. Charles Santino. Go check it out over on Indiegogo. And then finally showing Kickstarter some love because why not? People say we don't, but we do. Sorry, I have to bring it up because my computer's like, nah. I know I have it up amongst these many tabs of pornography I have open. Here we go.
Is it at least good porn?
Yeah. It's debatable.
Debatable.
So
At
you can
least
see
get the good stuff.
I played it already.
Are you saying it's masturbatable?
It is. It's a lot of quality stuff. None of this new stuff, none of this new SJW stuff they got. I like the good old stuff, the 90s stuff,
Nice.
Skinny eyebrows and high heels.
It was the golden age, but that could be taken as into something else golden. So we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Do all the videos start with boom chicka boom? Bam,
Yeah, they had techno music. The women had skinny eyebrows. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't know what this is now. I watched one the other day. Didn't have a plot. It was horrible. I don't like that. It's so brazen. Why don't you just start a movie and they're shooting already? He's like, what's going on here? I need.
Nita wants a sample.
What?
Nita wants a sample.
Yeah.
No way. No samples. $2,616. But we were just passing through one of 4 of the Oswald Chronicles. Some alt covers too. This is the work of J.D. Calderon from Dream Weavers Press, right?
Yep.
Dream Weaver Press. Okay, yeah. I don't know why. I told you the story. So I have, when I say dream, I want to say something else, and then get bad. But it's Dream Weavers Press.
No S, just Weaver.
Dream Weaver Press.
There you go.
Yeah. Or listen, I'm from Michigan. We put an S on the end of everything. Walmart's, Myers, Kroger's. Something's wrong with us. So yeah, I'm getting comments from Dream Weavers.
Nice.
Project We Love. Is this your first time getting that ever?
Yeah, that's actually. Listen, it only took 6 years and 16 projects, but I got it. Hard work and discipline. You too shall succeed.
What you guys don't know is that he got his image now. He's got his screen printed on his shirt now. He's walking around like, I got a project. I love him.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make pins out of it.
Yeah.
He's got one of those LED shirts that blink like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. You deserve it. Sir. Projects We Love. Took you all this time. 22 projects creating is the first one. I think you would.
Yeah.
I think they owe you explanation, sir.
I think so too. I think I was gypped.
Yeah. Now this has a lot of stuff in it. There's some of the covers.
Yeah, those are the covers for issues 3 and 4. The other 2 are alternative covers of 7 and 8 of another series called Passing Queens and Making Homes. Those are just catch up. That's like a catch up level for everybody who missed stuff. For the first 41 backers, you can see there that little graphic has 4 things on it. So that's available for the first 41 physical backers. So that's there for all of those. And then we have a hard enamel pin that's available for sale. There's levels with it, and it's an add-on, so you can get one or the other. These are some of the stretch goals. We funded at $750. We blew by our first stretch goal, which was $1,500, and these are all going to be trading cards. So I got one at $1,500, $2,000, $2,500. Next one's at $3,000. And these all done. This is Aurelio Tillis, Jerome Jacinto. Unfortunately, I'm forgetting this guy's name, but the other one is Matt Lunsford and Jeremy Roberts doing the colors on that.
That artist out there saying, I can't believe it. He told me he wouldn't forget my name. He forgot my name.
Oh yeah, no.
Yes, on Sunday too.
Yeah,
forgot it on Sundays. Wow.
Yeah, I'm always forgetting this guy's name. He's a cool dude too.
Sorry, cool dude. That's your new name, cool dude.
Yeah.
I like this cover. This cover is really cool.
Yeah, that's Aurelio Tillis. I'm working with him now on a limited series. And actually, this is the cover to the story that's in Indie Revolt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is at the printers right now, by the way, folks. If you're wondering where your copy of Revolt is at, it's at the printers. It will be shipping on time. You will have it in your sweaty little palms in just a few weeks.
Just a couple weeks. Yep.
Yep. And, yeah, and also the other thing is, just like the other gentleman's, the book is complete. So the book's already finished, so they're ready to go. As soon as this campaign ends, I send the files off to the printers, get it back within 2 weeks. I usually flip a campaign within 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah. If you don't have a campaign runner, something's wrong. Here's the picture I call me bringing down punishment on my kid. That's the view he sees me at. Me saying, and no video games. That's what he sees.
Yeah, that's the finger of doom.
I declare it just like that, with my hand in the air, and I pull down the worst punishment possible. Later, you'll see Randy's reaction to me not knowing who Wally Wood is. Also in the same book.
Also the same. There you go. So this is the cover to issue 3.
Mm-hmm. You know, I shouldn't think these little creatures are so cute, but I do, and it makes me want to eat more red meat. I feel like I feel threatened by the fact that I think they're cute. Like, oh, look how cute.
Well, scroll back up again for a second. Scroll back up for a second. I don't know if you noticed. Here's Oswald, and he's getting drunk with his buddy.
Yeah.
With his new buddy.
Yeah. He's
getting sauced.
Yeah. What does a mouse drink?
Oh, they were drinking wine. So.
Oh, he stole some wine from somewhere. Okay.
Exactly.
I see. And
Yeah,
then
you keep on going. War. So there's a lot of death and mayhem in the story. There's Oswald casting spells. The story is about Oswald. He's still very young in his life, and he's learning magic. So he's just starting to encounter it. The Calcians, this other race, are invading his home at the moment. That he's learning through them. You know, and then he encounters this gentleman who's an elder Calcian.
And this is a factual drawing of when I said, "Who's Wally Wood?" And Randy said, "What?" That's
I did.
Yeah. I got a lesson. I got a lesson, and it was I now know who Wally Wood is.
Nice. Do you know who Al Williamson is?
I knew that was. You know,
Okay.
I messed with Randy at a convention though. I said we were like a couple of tables down from Bob Layton. I'm like, "Who's Bob Layton?" And he's talking. He's like, "Yeah." And then what? And I'm joking. I know who Bob Layton is. He's okay. I was gonna say he was. I got him on that one.
Nice.
Who's Bob Layton? I don't know. Now again, your book's always completely done, like you said, in hand usually.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you.
What do you got for us? Let's see. There we go.
There you go.
So they're printed in hand?
Yeah, these are my printer's proofs.
Okay.
So I always send off in advance just to get a few copies in, so I can go up and mark them up and make sure things are correct. So, and I have these. This is by...
And I can vouch for JD's sending packages out because I get them. They all show up. They get hung up in Jamaica, Queens, or like
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, and then Pittsburgh. Like, where's my package? I just got I back Tall Tales. I got that nice package put together. I got 2 figures in that one. 2 of your figures, your toys that you got. I forgot the character's name. It's coming to me.
Silvermane.
There we go. Yeah, yes. Silvermane. You got 2 versions of that, or you got 4 versions of it. I got 2 versions. That's a nice figure, by the way. That thing is at least what is it? 7 inches, maybe?
About 7 inches, yeah.
7 inches, fully colored. That's a nice figure. I know you said you paid some money for it. You can tell.
Yeah. It's vinyl, so and it has about 5 points of articulation.
So if somebody wants to just get in and get a sample here, they got a PDF sample here. Pledge $1 or more. You're spending $1 already. Get another PDF. The Oswald Chronicles comic #1, my first day. PDF of the Oswald Chronicles comic. One Child That Came Seeking Me. A lot of stuff. But if I just want to just get this book, where's that tier?
Which book is this? The like this particular series?
Yeah.
All right. keep scrolling. It's the $40 levels. You get the all 4 issues.
Okay, so there's a PDF version.
Right.
There
Well,
we go.
that's yeah. So this is we were just passing through issues 1 through 4. You get all 4 issues. All the books are limited edition. There's limited to 250 copies of each. They're signed and hand numbered. So once these editions run out, I don't print anymore. That's it. You'll see it again later in the future, but you might see it in color. You might see it in the trade paperback, and that sort of thing. But you won't see it like this ever again.
Okay. So go over there, folks. Now he's gonna be shipping to certain countries because he knows how Indie Vote does.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I ship to the EU. I ship to Australia. I ship to Canada. But I have tiers as far as how much I how much extra it is for shipping. So yeah. So it gets expensive. Australia is very expensive. I've shipped to New Zealand. I think I shipped a box out there. It was like $85. And I think shipping has gone up since then, so it might even be more expensive.
Too much money.
Yeah.
Go over there, folks. Check out. We were just passing through over on Kickstarter. It's $2,616. It's a $750 goal. So he's way past his goal already. You notice it's Dream Weaver Press. You're gonna get your books. 19 days left to go. Yep. So get over there very quick. Some things are already gone. The pen is gone. What was the first 41 backers, was it?
Well, see, physical, but that's 55. I also have a lot of PDF backers. So I still got probably another 10 or 12 physical.
Okay. All right. So yeah, if you're looking to get that pen, then get over there. I know I'm getting one. Cabbage patch. All right. Nice. Check it out over on Kickstarter. Lola will kill me if I do not mention also that just until July, is it, Lola? July is it July Oh, is it August? Okay. Just until August, she's gonna keep Lore up. Here we go.
Okay, nice.
It all started with an invite. Then you wake up in a cage. You would never expect what happens next. Who lives? Who dies? Are you ready to get lured?
There's Miss Lola's book. Just for a few more days, $2,225 over on Indiegogo. Lola, tell us what it's about real quick. Really quickly. Just
it's about a couple who like adult parties. Chastity wants to get into an exclusive party called Lore. They finally get noticed, get in, and they realize it's not what they thought it was, and they realize they shouldn't have never gone there. That's as quick as I've ever done that.
So they went there to get their jollies, and now they're getting, well, screwed over. Yeah, that's funny.
But I do have a special tier going right now just for this week only, because there's a lot of streams I'll be going on. So you can get Lore and Fetishes A to Z for $30 right now.
And there's a first 50 backers get a special Lola trading card. There's a Fetish sticker pack. There's a print from Daphne Lage. All perks are for physical backers only, though, so folks, make sure that you. There's the cover done by Dave Brown. He also is the cover artist inside. There's the apparently very hard to find Lola wraparound cover. People say it's not there, but it's there. It's right there. It hasn't moved. It's been there. Lola wraparound cover. You did a classmate cover that you were influenced by. Was it Kara? Kara Nicole?
Kara Nicole.
Influenced you to do that, and there it is. And also, there's some pages. Dave Brown is the artist on these pages, on the whole book actually. And then there's some stretch goals. So actually, these are just add-ons, weren't they?
Those are in the tiers.
Yeah. So there's the bottle opening key. The key plays a part in the story, and so does the ring. So you can actually own those items, physical versions of those items. The sticker's been unlocked. The enamel pin is still locked. The foil wrapper condom is still alive. A bunch of cool stuff. There's some T-shirts. Fetishes A to Z, which I like talking about because this one is an alphabet book for adults. And the reason I like talking about this is because Lola let me do the cover. She said, "Hurry up! I need the cover today in like 3 hours." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll do it." So I drew this cover, and I wish I can go back and fix some things, but that's what we get for 3 hours of me drawing. Drew this, teacher in a leather outfit. Special shout out to Eugene Bativu for coloring it for me in such a short time. And then there's some Jason Doobie art. He drew Lola for a part. She's in that book. The fetish is so you take a letter of the alphabet, give it a fetish, and the different artist draws the fetish. Correct?
Yep. And there's a write-up about the fetish. So it's educational.
Now, there's one for Zentai. Now, this one, unsolicited. I also got to do the cover for this one. I had a lot of fun with this.
And that cover sold out.
Yeah, the original art for this cover sold, which, made me increase my prices. Yeah, I was like, it's sold? Raise my prices. No, I can get that. This is dick pics that you've gotten from over the internet.
There's 28 of them. I have folders full of them, but I chose 28.
So pictures that you get sent from guys, you're not doing anything. You didn't tease them. It was like, hey, check this out.
Yeah.
And you erase identifying marks.
How does that selection process work?
And how many of them are variants?
None.
See, I don't send those. See, I've been doing it wrong for years. I was kind of embarrassed to let you guys know. I didn't know I had to send mine. No one told me I had to send my picture. I thought I could just find one on the internet and send that. I didn't know. Now that I know, I can't send my.
And the way I chose them, Charles, was I just went in my folder and chose the first 28 of them.
So there was no rhyme or reason. She just said, okay. Now she did put what they sent with it. It's like the message they sent over.
I didn't change any of the spelling, any of how it's written. So it is how it is.
So they're not based on aesthetic appeal.
No.
Just totally random.
As if there could be such a thing.
Listen, here's the thing. If you don't want this book, you don't have to get it. It's an add-on.
There is one that is like the size of an arm.
Did that make the grade?
Yeah, that one was impressive. Yeah.
There is. If you don't have to get this book, you don't have to get it. You cannot get it, but I assure you, you have someone in your family, a aunt, a uncle, a cousin, someone who will enjoy it and bring it out at every holiday for years to come.
Yeah, Lenny Bruce would describe that as a baby's arm holding an apple.
Right.
Lure, Lure, over on Indiegogo. Check that out. It is funding until August and in demand. And Lola's very excited about that book. So good on you, Lola. Good on you. Folks, we are reaching our 2-hour mark. So I'm going to let you folks tell where you can be found at. We're going to start with the Moral Compass, who now, since he's identified himself as the Moral Compass, I will send him messages late at night. Like, hey, I'm about to cuss this motherfucker out, Mark. Here's why. And you're going to have to guide me back on the right path.
Yeah, no problem. That's what I'm here for.
Okay. All right.
Yep. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Coney Waves. I was naming my first comic book. Also, I have my own YouTube channel, Primetime Poulton. If you don't mind, go over and subscribe to it.
All right. I believe I'm already subscribed, but if I'm not, I'm going to make sure I am. I'm pretty sure that I am, though, and you guys should do it too. Listening on IndieVolt Radio, please do so. IndieVolt Radio, by the way, guys, thank you for listening. 92,106 listening. Thank you, folks. Gonna break that 100,000 yet someday, very soon. Mike, Jimmy, hey, good morning. Good morning, where you're at, sir. Charles Santino, where can our listeners find you?
On Facebook as Charles Santino. Rammur, Rammur, is currently on Indiegogo. And there's also a Rammur and Tops Tales of the Police State page on Facebook. I am on Instagram as Charles Santino and Twitter as Charles Santino.
All right. And 5 a.m. It's late there. Well, it's early there. The creator, Brian.
Yeah, you can find me Twitter, Instagram at Airith Saga, AIRITH Saga, SAGA. That's both on Twitter and Instagram. And also just launched my YouTube channel. It'll just have like behind the scenes stuff. I'm not going to try to do the interview stuff. I'm not good at that. So it's probably to do like skits and dumb shit that I do, just to kind of get some eyes out there. But yeah, come follow me on Airith Saga, both Instagram and Twitter.
Brian, we're not good at it either.
No.
God knows how we made it this far. Yeah. It's like, what's wrong with you people looking at us? But
God
no.
bless me with being a jackass, so I'm just going to stick with that. So I ain't going to try to interview people.
Yeah. JD Calderon.
You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, DeviantArt, all under JD Calderon. You can also find me on YouTube under JD Calderon, under Indie Comics Explained, where I interview independent artists. And I also have a Sunday sit down where I gather a bunch of artists together and writers, and we just talk about comics.
JD almost said assholes.
Well, you're there, so you know.
Yeah. He's like, I gather I am. I'm one of the first people in the door.
I'm the best one out the bunch.
Yeah. I'm like, how can I get on there and mess the show up tonight? Dreaded Dinosaur, sir.
Hey, how's it going? You can find me at Dreaded Dinosaur on all the social medias. You can go over to Webtoon or tap us, read Dreaded Dinosaur Man. That'd be great. If you want me to help me pay the rent, head over to Eric Hodson. That's ErikHodson.com. Click on Buy Prints. I got some fascinating wrestling art I've been doing for a number of years. A little bit of anime and some other stuff on there. I'll put together a package and mail it out as soon as your PayPal clears. And you can find me back here again next Tuesday. And we are still working on the reboot of our Webtoon show. Varian and I haven't had any time to actually sit down and plan the reboot out, so that's why we haven't done it yet. But that will be coming at some point. That will be coming back to Mondays at 9 p.m. as well. You can also find me out there on the road. If you hit up my Twitter or my Instagram, you will see my con schedule, which is kind of insane looking, especially through August and September. And maybe you can come and harass me in person. Other than that, we will see you next week.
Yeah, that's right. Indie Princess, how about you, man?
I am everywhere. So the best way to track me down is go to Linktree, indie_princess, and you can find all my links there. Or you can catch me on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Geekgasm. Or if you want to see something more funny and maybe some throw up, check out Backer Shots every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, no maybe about it.
This week I am not throwing up. I promise you, I'm not.
Seems like a goal.
Yeah. A goal.
Yeah, it's been pretty rough these last couple weeks for her. Randy, how about you, sir?
That's because she keeps drinking that liquid cocaine.
Yeah, that shot is out.
Hey, everybody, you can find me on Facebook under Randy Zimmerman, under Twitter under Randy Zim. If you go to Linktree and look for Arrow Comics 4.0, there's a directory there for our Instagram, our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter for Arrow Comics. Please go over there and take a look at the products we've got coming out starting in August. We're very proud of them, and we hope that you will look forward to reading them and let your retailer know that they will be available through Liberty Distribution. And other than that, I'll be back. Varian and I will be back Thursday morning for the Breakfast Buzz at 9 a.m. I'll be back hosting the Sunday Funnies at 9 a.m. on Sunday as well, where we talk about the more whimsical and lighthearted side of comics. So it's always fun. You never know where the conversation's going to go.
Yeah.
And Drunken Me might show up.
You never know who's going to show up.
Hangover Lola. Yeah.
Hangover Lola. Yeah.
It's like Randy said, ledg.us for independent comic distribution. We're helping get independent comics in stores. Check it out. Liberty doesn't take any fees from creators at all. So you set your own prices. We don't take any fees. It's a really good service for independent comic book creators. Go check it out today, ledg.us. Also, if you want to join that long list of people listening to Indie Vote Radio, you can do so. It's really easy. download the Indie Vote Radio app on Google Play, or listen in on Streamer on iPhone, or TuneIn, or ask Alexa to play Indie Vote Radio for you. She'll happily do it. She might have to learn the skill, but she'll do it. Also, IndieVote.com, our website, our main website, where we keep independent comic book news, reviews. Also, there's a player for Indie Vote Radio right there on the bottom of the page. Midway through the page, it says music. There's a player to the right. You can't miss it. Click on that and check us out. Now, with having said that, if radio just isn't your thing, Indie Vote TV. When YouTube says you can't say that on our platform, we say fine, we'll move it to our own where you have no power. And Indie Vote TV on Roku, it's free. We got independent movies up there, some independent wrestling, some long form content, and some original scripted series coming very soon to Indie Vote TV. There's some stuff up there already, but there's some more stuff coming later this year that I'm very excited about. Actually started filming something, so we're excited about having that on the network. You want to send your question in and get berated by us? That's easy too. IndieVote Live at IndieVote.com. Include IndieVote Live in the subject, and please keep those emails to 90 words or less, so I can put them on one of those cards, and Randy can read it, and we can laugh and talk about your education level. It's great. It's a good time for everybody.
Good time.
In the meantime, we'll see you guys later.
Oh, do we need to point out before we leave special issues on what? We're going to do a special issues program on Sunday night.
Shit, yeah. Yeah, special issues.
Forget that, because it's going to be incredibly special. You're going to want to listen in. What is it, 8 or 9 o'clock on Sunday?
9 p.m. on Sunday.
9 p.m. on Sunday?
A special version of special issues, which is our comic books meet the press, where we're going to have individuals from a company that I used to be a part of called Terraform. They're going to come together, and we're going to talk about the rise and fall, and I think it was called the dissolution and dissolution of a company. What happened, what went wrong from the people who lived it, and it's going to be 9 o'clock on Sunday. This got announced today, so yeah, I guess I'll be there. Yay!
Eric should be there. This is going to be a very special program that seriously you do not want to miss.
Eric, call your agent. I think he may have something to tell you.
Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's right.
And that also will be broadcast on Indie Vote Radio.
It's called Terraform Unearth. Terraform Unearth. It's going to be a good program. Check it out. Until then, guys, thanks for watching. I always say it. Try to leave this industry a better place than you found it, and try to keep buying indie comics. Daphne says it. Try to buy indie comics, especially ours.
Buy indie comics, especially ours. That's what she says. Yeah.
I will take us out of here, Randy.
All right, sir.
Here we go.
Everybody, take care. Stay healthy.
Thanks a lot.
Here we go.
Thanks for watching and listening.
What the fuck is the matter with people in this business?
Comics are awesome.
Comics are awesome. Here we go.
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
What? What the fuck?